Did you ever have one of those magical moments when you were traveling that you can't believe how lucky you were to have been there, to experience it? Well, hold on to that, cherish it, because they don't come by very often, trust me. I've got an example for you. Stick around and I'll tell you all about it in just a minute.
Let the swing begin. Orwoll is at it again, and that cat is swinging. Yeah, that cat is swinging. The party don't stop when.
I was in Berlin several years ago for the annual ITB Travel Fair, which is the wildest, most exhausting trade show in the history of the planet Earth and beyond, except for possibly the annual Adult Entertainment Expo in Las Vegas, which, by the way, is a difficult ticket to wrangle, at least so people tell me. Multilingual presentations at the ITB travel show, not the Vegas porn expo, require you to wear translation headphones, wondering if the translator is inserting words of his own because he can't keep up. There are folklorical performances that leave you curious whether the performers are making it up as they go. And earnest young travel reps in national costume from Eritrea, Kosovo, and Moldova, and other vacation hotspots that will never be on your bucket list, insist on handing you more brochures than you could ever find time to read, even if you manage to stuff them all into your backpack. Thousands of exhibitors come from more than 170 countries to impress more than 100,000 travel agents, tour operators, and journalists with the travel attractions in their respective countries. The first time I attended, I wanted to run out of the place screaming, but it was so large that I got lost and gave up, left to simply whimper, in a heap, alone, in a far corner of the Palais am Funkturm. To make things even more bizarre, the entry to the so-called Messe complex is a stern, columned, 800-foot-wide main exhibition center designed and built under the Nazis in the cheery "Submit to our authority" school of architecture. I was there with two colleagues, Tom from Pennsylvania and RJ from the Netherlands via Thailand. We were exhausted after 3 days of ITB, but still wound up enough to want to celebrate our last night in the German capital. So we happily accepted an invitation from a small group of German magazine people to join them at the Grill Royal, one of Berlin's restaurants of the moment at the time and still one of the great German steakhouses. We had no notion, of course, that we were about to witness one of those magical moments that sometimes happen when we travel. A fortuitous experience that can't be planned, only enjoyed. Kismet. Overlooking the Spree River from a quay just below fashionable Friedrichstrasse, the massive, elegant Grill Royal is renowned for its beef, entrecote from Nebraska, Wagyu from Australia, specialty cuts from Argentina, a decidedly gourmet approach to steak. But the menu is varied with choucroute, which is dressed sauerkraut, oysters from the island of Sylt, bouillabaisse, and other regional delicacies. The restaurant decor is minimalist, I would call it, with spotlighted artwork on the walls, massive columns, and dark wood banquettes. The real decoration comes from the diners themselves. Chic, attractive, some young, others young-ish, all wearing fashions you'd find in the cutting-edge boutiques off Unter den Linden a few blocks away. That night, the restaurant was packed, lively. The noise level threatened at any moment to elevate from robust to boisterous, as if everyone had drunk one more glass of Austrian Pinot Noir than was good for them. Slowly rising, a lone musical voice sliced through the din. It came from a young woman at a table near ours, a vaguely Eurasian beauty sitting with a group that I'd earlier picked out as something artsy from somewhere far off, an acting company from Hungary, say, or a dance troupe from Eastern Russia. Not unusual in this cosmopolitan capital. The singer was quickly joined by one of her companions, an equally exotic-looking woman with a sound as high and silky as the first. The two voices overlapped, harmonized, sang counterpoint, and gained in volume until I could clearly discern O Sole Mio, the schmaltzy old Italian chestnut that we've all heard a million times. But there was nothing corny in this rendition. It was soulful, spontaneous, seraphic. It was something I'd never heard before, and I was transported. The duo ended on a stirring, harmonized chord that literally sent a chill up my spine. Only as they concluded their aria did I realize that the entire restaurant had gone silent. Gleaming red hunks of Wagyu sat unmolested on their tines as diners remained motionless. Waiters and busboys had stopped in their tracks to listen. One of the chefs had left his station and was standing stock still in the kitchen doorway. Then, as if on cue, everyone in the Grill Royal broke into applause. They erupted into applause, stomping and whistling, shouting, "Brava! Brava!" Some even rose to their feet in ovation. We all felt part of something special. More dishes were ordered, more wine was drunk, a splendid evening continued onward. Later, the two divas sang again from their table. But this time the melody felt a bit forced, the applause obligatory. I can't even recall now the name of the song. The enchanted moment had arrived and evaporated, not to be recaptured. Berlin had gone from being magical to, as ever, merely amazing. I'm Mark Orwoll. I'm glad you could join me on this moment of Kismet. I'll see you next week. Mark Orwoll is at it again. Mwah! Bye-bye.
Let the swing begin. Mark Orwoll is at it again, and that cat is swinging. Yeah, that cat is swinging. The party don't stop when Mark's in the spin.